Hi, thanks for tuning in to our Explosions Builder How-To series. In this video, we're going to show you how to modify an existing explosion. So the first thing we want to do is select a particle, either to an existing one to modify, or we could go and create one from scratch. So for this demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead and take one that I like, the starting point. Let's take this one. I'll click on that, and we'll go ahead, and what I like to do is Control B to go to it in the browser, and right click to go to duplicate. We'll call this one our explosion, our awesome explosion. So that has an A name. I can be at the top of the list here. Alright, so now what we want to do is I want to open this up, and if I bring it over to this monitor, these particles are set to go off one time and not loop, so to keep seeing what it looks like, you'll have to hit that restart. What we want to do is I want to get rid of that shock wave that you see. So we'll look for the shockwave data, which would be this one here, and turn that off. And then I want to go ahead and add another emitter into it. So I want a different shockwave. So I'll go over to back to our library and look for a shockwave that I like. In fact, I see one over here that I like better. I like this shockwave here. So I'll go ahead and click on this one and go to it. Open it up, and the tricky part is that once you have the emitter that you want to copy into, you need to first go to your awesome explosion, find that in your content browser, and then go back to your burst tube, because it's important that it's selected down here when you do the operation. You go to the particle emitter and you right click and you hit emitter and export emitter, and what that does is it will export this emitter into the particle system you have selected in your content browser, so which is also right here. So now what you can see is that we have our shockwave here. Now the first thing we got to do is that it's on a loop on this one specifically, so we need to go ahead and change that so it's timed correctly. So what we do is click on the required module, and the main things that you'll be doing when you combine emitters is setting up the timing. So you'll go in the required and go to the duration, and you'll see what everything else is in this setup. So it's 50. This one, because it's an instant shot, so we'll do 50. And then now, every time we start level, you start seeing it. Now I want that to be a little bit bigger, so I'll go ahead and modify the scale by life, size by life, and then I'll go down to the end of the life, 1, and I will go ahead and do 2x as big. Now, this is set for X, Y, and Z, so that way I only have to set one of these boxes, and it's the same number as X, so these two are tied to X. So I want it maybe a little bigger. Alright, that's a lot better. Alright, so basically that's the idea behind the library itself, is that we can go ahead and find the pieces we want to combine and modify it and create a whole new explosion. So I'll go ahead and put my new awesome explosion out here and restart it. Or I won't pull my awesome explosion out here. I have to do it when it's not simulating. There we go. And now I can hit restart level. And you can see that now I have a better look. I preferred to just having the other shockwave, which I didn't like as much for that specific effect. So there you have it. There is a way to modify and create your own version of an existing particle system, or go ahead and do the same idea with creating one from scratch by selecting each individual emitter and putting them together. So hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and check out our other packs, which are built around the same way. It's the Builder series. We have Explosion Builders, Explosion HDR, Fire Builder, Smoke Builder, Vector Field Builder, and also volume 2 of vector fields. So the idea is very similar, that all these series should be interconnected to make whatever particle that you'd like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.